Hello class 11th. Good morning dear student. This is Sarvan sir, your biology teacher. Dear class, today we are going to start the chapter 4 Animal Kingdom, and this is the video number 1 of chapter number 4 part 1 Animal Kingdom. In this chapter we study about the animals and their classification in two parts, part 1 and part 2. So in the first part we will discuss about their different phylum and classification. So let us start about the animal kingdom, and before starting the chapter I follow the teaching step. First I introduce the chapter, I will give you the introduction of the chapter, then we will discuss some new terms of this chapter, then explanation of the chapter, and then summary of this chapter, and finally we will do some exercise question answer related with this chapter. So this is the first video of chapter number 4 part 1, and the topic is basic introduction and some new terms which are very useful to you. So let us start to discuss some basic new terms related with this animal kingdom. So as you see that so many new terms, new words I written over the board, and one by one I am going to explain their meaning. What is the meaning of these words? Okay. So see here, just see the first word. It is the amniotes. So amniot means the vertebrate with embryonic membranes. Such a vertebrate with embryonic membranes are called amniot. Second one is the anamniotes. An means absent. The organism who does not have an embryonic membrane, they are said to be anamniotes. Now acrania. A means absent. When the cranium is absent, cranium is the part of brain. Okay. So when the cranium is absent, so such an organism is known as acrania. Next term is craniata. So if the cranium is present, means brain is present, so such an animal is known as craniata. The new word is chordates. If the notochord is present, the rod-like structure notochord is present in the organism, they are said to be chordate. And new word is the non-chordates. If the notochord is not present in the organism. For example, from phylum Porifera to Echinodermata, all are non-chordate. And after the Echinodermata, the chordates are comes. So notochord bearing organisms are known as chordate, and notochord is not bearing animals are known as non-chordates. Next one is invertebrates. Invertebrates are those animals which do not have the vertebral column. Okay, so they do not have vertebral column. And another terms is vertebrates. Vertebrates are those animals who bear the vertebral column. When notochord is divided into different segment like structure, so vertebral column is formed, so they are said to be vertebrate. And without vertebrates, they are said to be invertebrate. See, next one is the aquatic animals. The animals who live in the water, they are aquatic animals, and they have different category: marine animals, freshwater, brackish water. Okay, new word is zooplanktons. The floating and drifting animals which are found on the water, they are said to be zooplanktons. Benthic animals, those animals who live inside the water, just near the bottom of the soil, they are said to be benthic animal. Next one is the littoral animals. So littoral means the animals live near the seashore, are said to be littoral animals. Next one is the lenthic. Animals live in stagnant water such as pond. Such animals who live in stagnant water are said to be lenthic animals. Lotic animals, the animals who live in running water, they are said to be lotic animals. For example, fishes. Euryhaline animals, such animals have a wide range of salinity. Euryhaline animals, wide range of salinity. Stenohaline animals, narrow range of salinity. Eurythermal animals, wide range of temperature. Stenothermal animals, narrow range of temperature. They not bear the high much temperature, so stenothermal. Next one is the terrestrial animals. Terrestrial animals are again classified into different group. Cursorial animals, such animals who run very fast. For example, kangaroo. So cursorial animals. Next one, fossorial animals. Fossorials live in burrow. They live in burrow. Fossorial animals. For example, earthworm. Next is arboreal animals, live on trees. For example, bat. And aerial animals live in air, birds and insects, etc. Next one is the solitary animals. Those animals who live alone, they live alone. Solitary animals. Colonial, they live in group. Those animals live in group, they are said to be colonial animals. Next is the parasitic animals. So parasite depends on other for their nutrition, food and protection. So parasitic animals. Next one is the sessile animals. They are the fixed animal, fixed into one place. Next is sanguivorous. They feed on blood. Sanguivorous, for example, leech. Next one is the herbivores. They feed on green plants, leaves and green plants. Herbivores feed on plants. Carnivores, they feed on flesh. Omnivores, they feed both plants and flesh both. Next term is monoecious. Such are animals having both the sex organ in same individual, monoecious. Next is dioecious. If the sex organ present in two organisms, that is dioecious. Next one is the protandrous. Protandrous means if the male sex organ mature earlier than the female. Male sex organ mature earlier than the female is known as protandrous. For example, earthworm. Next is protogynous. If the proto means first and gynous means ovary. If the ovary mature earlier than male sex part, that is known as protogynous. For example, Herdmania. Next is oviparous. If the animals laying egg, they are said to be oviparous. Next is viviparous. If the animals laying young ones, this is said to be viviparous. Next one is poikilothermal. Poikilothermal are the cold-blooded animals. Next one is the homeothermals. They are the warm-blooded animals. Next one is the nocturnal animals. The animals who like the darkness. For example, owl. Okay. Next one is the coprozoic animals. Such animals who feed on dung. They are said to be coprozoic. For example, pig. Next one is the hibernation. Hibernation means winter sleep. If the animals goes to the sleeping condition due to harsh winter condition, this is said to be hibernation. Next one is the estivation. This is known as summer sleep. If the harsh temperature, harsh heat is in the environment, then organism is suddenly goes for summer sleep. That is known as estivation. So these are the some important new terms and basic introduction of this chapter, chapter number 4, and this is all about video number 1. In the next video number 2, we will discuss about the basis of classification.